Good morning to you.
Morning.
You told us after the game you felt you deserved more from that trip to Huddersfield. But how pleased are you with the improvement overall from your team this series?
Well, the last few weeks in particular, or last 10 days, I think there's been a marked improvement. I didn't think we deserved to lose against Barnsley and Ipswich, and unfortunately we did. But the level of performance, considering we had 9 players missing the other night, was there for everybody to see. You know, we played very, very well. And if there's an Achilles heel about us, even at Rotherham 3 days before then, we've missed too many chances. And in big games, especially against Huddersfield and Newcastle, when we go there in particular, or when we went there, you've got big opportunities to score. And that's been our downfall, really. We've created enough opportunities to get in front, and haven't taken them. So that's something we need to improve on. But overall, the improvement for the whole team was excellent. That's arguably the best we've played since I've been at the club anyway the other night, which sometimes you don't get the result, and football can be cruel. But that's certainly up there with the best performances we've put in.
Of course, that injury situation meant you included Corey, Keenan and Callum in the squad.
Yeah.
We also saw Jordan Lydon return from the long-term treatment, and I played very well.
Yeah.
How likely are some of those guys to be involved tomorrow?
Well, thankfully, this club has always prided itself on its academy. And over the last 2-3 years, but like what's happened to the club, that's been difficult for people too in the academy. And we've lost some probably good players in the city, and they know that. What's great for any club is a young player coming through. You know, Greeny, for example, in my hour of need, I threw him in because I thought that they could give the crowd a spark that he is. We keep hearing it, he's one of their own. And there's nothing better than a young player coming through. Now, the 3 young lads, in adversity, the 3 young lads have been thrown in at the deep end. And it'll be a night to remember for them. So the academy here has been terrific over the years. We've produced some very, very good players. One in particular is captain of Chelsea. So we've produced some wonderful footballers, and the academy here has been an envy for many times. So well done to them. We do believe we're on the way back in that respect. I think too many people have muscled in. I know this is a big city here. So we'll do everything we possibly can now to wrestle the good young players around in the city, which we can get to our club.
Can I just clarify that injury situation with you? I know you said most wouldn't be ready for tomorrow, but how's Alan Hutton doing?
Alan Hutton may be the one. He tweaked his knee and it was swollen the other night. He's had a good recovery period. He could be okay. He's training today. It's too soon for everybody else, unfortunately.
Christopher Samba also played for the under-23s on Monday, and I know he's been training with you. Is that still the case?
Yeah, can I put out there, he's not on trial. I think the lad knows that he has to physically work hard, and he's been off for a long time. So he's here, getting some match practice, some fitness levels, and we'll see where that takes us. And he's good to have around. He needs to physically work. He knows a bit short in that department. However, if he can get himself up and running and get himself physically right, then it can only benefit him, and we'll see where that takes us.
Just thinking about Sheffield Wednesday, they were of course your opponents in the playoff final with Hull last season, had another really strong season so far.
Yeah, good side.
What kind of test are you expecting tomorrow?
Well, they're a very, very good side, and in the window showed their intent by obviously buying Jordan Rhodes, who's already got off the mark. And in Forestry area, for me, they've got one of the best players in the division. And over the last couple of years, they've found that stability that it needs. Got a good young coach, and Carlos. Is that his name? That's his name, Carlos. I'm not going to pronounce his second name. And they've done very, very well. Didn't quite make it last year. Mounting a challenge again this year. They're a good side. It'll be a big test for us. It should be a good game because they've got some very good players.
And just finally, of course, like Villa, they travel in their numbers. They'll come down tomorrow. It'll be a fantastic atmosphere. In your opinion, is that another game that could easily be in the top flight?
Well, it shows you how hard for everybody it is to get out the division when you see a club like Sheffield Wednesday, who've been maybe stuck in the Championship now for probably 15, 16, 17 years. So, yes, for me, Aston Villa versus Sheffield Wednesday, great history, great tradition, and more importantly, a big, huge support. And it could grace any league. So yes, it should be in the top flight, but unfortunately we're not there, the two clubs. So should be a really good spectacle, a good game, and that's one we can enjoy and hopefully win.
Thank you very much. All the
Thank
best,
you.
Steve.
Thank you. Morning.
Obviously, like we talked about last week, Rotherham meant that it was still the best run performing over many years, and at the time there's that many of these stats that we sort of come and go. How important is it to make sure psychologically that Huddersfield game was just a blip and hasn't done that forever?
Well, as I said, it's probably the best we've played against Huddersfield. So we can take from the performance. Where Achilles' heel even against Rotherham in the games previous to that was we've created enough chances and haven't taken them. And when you're playing big games, i.e. Huddersfield, Newcastle, Rotherham, for example, we had 6 or 7 really, really good chances before we took one. And even then it took an own goal. So it's something we have to improve on. In big games, when chances fall to us, we have to be taking them more clinically than we are at the minute. And if we improve on that, then I think our results will improve, certainly, because we relied too heavily on Codger. Since I've walked through the club, we've relied too heavily on him. We struggled when he wasn't here. And when he's come back into the fold, he's got a few critical goals for us. And even at Rotherham last week, he misses a couple of chances, but he's the one who makes the goal and scores a goal. So we rely, if I'm being honest, a bit too much on him. And we all have to chip in and make ourselves better than what we are at the minute.
On a similar vein, at the back, you just talked before about isolated mistakes when otherwise defending really well.
Yeah. Well, we've conceded from a short corner again, which we conceded against Newcastle as well. So it's something with a little bit of concentration. The one thing you have to do is eliminate individual error. Touch wood, that seems to have happened over the last month or so. And I think a big part of defensively is Big Mile coming back into the fold. Defensively, he helps the team enormously, and him coming back after injuries certainly helped us.
I haven't seen him since last Friday. We know about this before, but obviously Leandro got a bit better than we were expecting. What's happened sort of since I last spoke to you about that?
I don't think you've got the right to appeal. But what really disappoints me from the whole episode is, and I don't want to prejudge anybody on other people's clubs, but you see Tyrone Mings arguably jump on somebody's head and gets 3 games, and our guy gets 6 games for aggressive behaviour towards an official. Something doesn't quite stack up with me and the severity of that one. But we'll take it on the chin and move forward, because there's no right to appeal. We knew at the time that he overstepped the mark, but as I said, I think 6 games, when you see other people getting 5s for allegedly stamping on somebody's head, then it doesn't quite stack up.
I know there's a kid at Blackburn, of course, who...
Yeah, well, there's another example. There's another example who pushes over the referee and gets 4. So I'm not going to get myself in hot water and pay fines to the FA, but something's a little bit unjust.
Count to 10 before you answer this, if you like. Just really what...
Oh, is this one of your spanner ones? Here we go, everybody here now.
You're talking about Rob? No. What do they lay out the reasons for the ban? Do you get any communication?
No.
Should they?
Look, it's a difficult procedure through all, and I think we have to respect the authorities. We understand it's a difficult job, but with the technology we've got today now, sometimes, of course, you can feel as if you're hard done by. But I think we accept it because it's all done very, very quickly now. It's done within 24, 48 hours. So in that respect, it's better, but I think we have to abide by the rules.
And that's just with Jordan Roberts, who I spoke about back in January. Had a bit of a slow start. It seems to have hit the ground a bit.
Well, he's been a proven goal scorer at this level for many, many years. He'll be a threat tomorrow, because over his career, he's always been a threat, and he's a goal scorer. So I know he got 2 the other night, and it's a big investment Sheffield have made towards him, and certainly him and Forestry area are as good as you're going to get in this division. So a big challenge for all of us tomorrow.